Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today's video is all about the 2006 Nebraska State Quarter featuring Chimney Rock. We're going to be talking about the coins that are worth more than the normal Nebraska State Quarters, whether it be because of an error, variety, or conditional rarity, but the focus is going to be varieties, where you can look closely on the coin to see if it's got something that the average Nebraska Quarter just isn't going to have, that collectors pay more for. Let's head to a PowerPoint presentation. I'll give you the complete overview, everything you need to know. We'll go there right now. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live streaming auctions and shopping app where I regularly sell coins and banknotes of all types, including US, world, errors, varieties, silver, gold, ancients, and more. And don't forget to use my link in the description to get a free $10 off on your first order on anything on the platform. Let's get into the video. Now for our Nebraska Statehood Quarter with Chimney Rock and a really cool sort of moving west imagery there. We've got some info here if you'd like to pause. I'm not going to focus on it because I want to really talk about what is the valuable characteristics that are found on a few of these that make them worth more money. Now there's going to be some really significant errors later on that are going to be fun to talk about, but these ones can be found on literally any P-Mint Nebraska Quarter. They're going to be a slight double die obverse where there's a slight protrusion below the main earlobe. You can see sort of right here. It's not as satisfying as some of the other doubled ears because it's a relatively common error that is produced, or a variety, when these dies are made. There's a second one here that's also a pretty small and minor protrusion, but I still think I'm not going to not talk about it at all. There is some element of something nice sticking out underneath that main ear, but again, the value probably tough to see this going for more than $10. This one's maybe a little bit more separated, also a third manifestation of a similar variety on a different die, but again, it's just not a ton of upside, but still a fun thing to search for. And these are on the P-Mint coins, so there aren't any super well-known Denver Mint varieties. There can be some conditional rarities when submitting at PCGS, but I often caution against people trying it without too much experience. This sold for about $2,000 in Mint State 68, of which there are very few, but those are almost flawless coins. It's not going to have quite that value sort of reach in the D-Mint condition of Mint State 68, and then it's also satin finish, not really worth it, nor is it going to be something to shoot for on any of the proof quarters, no matter what composition they are. But in terms of some of the errors, so this one is an obverse clad layer missing. It's really common, or not really common, but if we have errors that are after 2001, 2002, on the state quarters, it's often that one of the outer nickel layers that's bonded with the inner copper layer on these quarters has somehow fallen away. Maybe they ended the planchet stock before, and in any case, this sold for $115 not too long ago. Generally, it's preferred when it's on the reverse. This sold, in contrast, for $615, so about a 5 or 6 times multiplier. And when the clad layer that's missing is missing on the reverse of the coin. So this one, definitely a neat find and a good example of the value that's still produced on some of these coins. Clad layers, as much as things have improved, every once in a while on some of the newer coins we'll be able to find something neat just like this one. And then lastly, we've got a double curve clip. So again, less of a striking error. This is in the planchet making process. There were two. It almost looks like there's maybe even a third there over here, but clips that the planchet must not have advanced, or the planchet stock, and ends up getting cut in a strange way that's just not normal. And instead of sort of exiting into the bin and then getting struck, stays back, gets hit again by the things that are carving the planchets out of the stock, and ends up getting struck. Not huge in terms of value. $90 was the auction price, but still, it's always fun to go over some of the errors in addition to those varieties that are going to be very present on all 222 million of the P-Mint coins that were made. So good luck if you've got one of these Nebraska quarters. Take a closer look. Not going to probably be huge in terms of valuation, but still something fun and something to be aware of. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.